Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about the Monster High movie that came out on Paramount Plus. So let's do this. I really like this intro. Just letting y'all know, like, I really enjoy it. And it just says, look at it. It just says Monster High. Hold on. Which is kind of funny because it's not the logo they use for the rest of the movie. Like, or is it? I don't know. It's a black and white version of the logo, but I don't understand why they didn't just use the logo that they use on all the other advertisements. So this beginning of the movie really confused me. I assume that is Claudine right there, inconspicuously being, right? She's a good skateboarder. Also, I feel like that's not even the same actress that was playing Claudine. And that's another reason for the, like, inconspicuous. So this guy knocks into her, which we're gonna see in a second. Her card comes out and it reveals, oh my god, she's a monster. Oh my god. And this is how they react. So at this point, I assume that, like, Claudine doesn't have friends because she looks different and, like, people treat her different because, you know, werewolf or whatever. And this happens every time she goes out in public. So she's, like, probably homeschooled and stuff like that, right? That makes sense. But we're gonna learn a lot more about Claudine. Just you wait. But also, she is so cool. Let's bring that back. Like, she's so cool. Yeah. Also, her makeup, like, let's, like, look at that. That is beautiful. But also, I'm joking, but, like, a part of me, so I assume that these kids are, like, younger Gen Z, right? You're telling me that everyone's gonna react like that? She looks kind of like a ooh, like, you know, like one of these girlies. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I don't know. I don't think that everyone would have been scared. I think she looks low-key like, I feel like people will be more like, oh, do you get those, like, implanted? How did you get that? Like, how did that happen? But, like, I don't think people are gonna be like, oh my god. Like, I feel like that's just so boomer. Like, such boomer behavior, my guy. But and so we see that she lives in the middle of the forest where no one can fucking see her for obvious reasons. She's sneaking back home because that's what all cool girls do. Also, the CGI. Did you guys see the CGI right there? Like, her dad is so cute. Like, look at that. Like, it's her 15th birthday. He, like, wants to do a little celebration for her. It's so cute. Also, has this actor been in things? Because I swear to God, I know him from something. But, like, normally, the part of me who's like, I'm gonna search all of these actors up. I just kind of just don't want to do that. For once, I'm just like, I kind of just want to enjoy not knowing. And, like, if y'all tell me in the comments, it would be really funny, so that's why. But, yeah, so here's the picture. I didn't even notice this the first time around that I watched it. Her mom, her dad, and her, right? Like, cute. So, they're about to explain some stuff about Claudine. And we'll get there. I literally put this in my notes. This is literally the ugliest, smushiest cake I've ever seen. But, like, it's cute. Like, the thought's there. Also, like, as weird as it is, like, though the cake itself is so ugly, the, like, set, like, the shot is really pretty. I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's so, like, pretty. Look at that invitation. Like, it's giving, oh, so throughout this whole movie, it's very much Harry Potter, but for monsters. Just keep that in mind. But also, look at her nails. Her nails are so pretty. And also the invitation, so pretty. Like, the invitation is so fucking cute. Like, so fucking cute. Like I said, again, the placing, beautiful in this movie. So look, she got accepted into Monster High. That should be a great thing, right? Because then she could be around people her own age. People won't get scared. Also, I just realized, hand delivered via gargoyle. How does that work? I just want to know for friends.
They don't accept half monsters.
We find out that she is half. So she's half human, half... Why did I stop for a second? She's half human, half werewolf, right? Which, as someone who is biracial, not by being, you know, I get it. But is this movie going to be about how biracial, like, in some ways about racism and how biracial people sometimes will never fit into any group? Yes, that is what this movie is more or less about. Like, that is. I was like, I like, when I was first watching, I'm like, are they gonna go the racism woke route? They are. It's an interesting way to, like, teach kids this, but I mean, I guess I'm here for it. But also, we do tend to, like, show the more negative sides of being, like, biracial and stuff like that online than we do, like, the good sides. I've noticed that the videos where I talk about my bad experiences being biracial, which is very, actually, because of, I don't know, for some reason, I feel like especially after Black Lives Matter, it's gotten kind of worse because people are like more aware of it. So that it's like weird. It's like a fucking elephant in the room, right? And so things have been getting weird. So a lot of my stories are recent in the last like 3-ish years. So keep that in mind. But yeah, negative stories tend to like do better. No one wants to know how you grew up happily biracial, okay? People want to know about your trauma but they also want to tell you not to trauma dump. It's confusing, okay? But like, we'll take that how we will. Okay.
I'll have better luck in the monster world. That's all I want.
And also just someone who was a teenager at one point, you just want to belong. When you're at a certain age, you just want friends. Like even if you don't actually belong and all people don't like you, you want to be liked to a certain extent, right? So like that's kind of like I understand what she's going through. It's really like honestly, like I said, this movie has like a good underlying message. I like the movie. Like I don't understand why people are hating on it so bad. But also I've gone into it feeling like, okay, this is a kid's movie, right? I love Monster High. I watched it when it came out in like 2010. Am I the main demographic for this movie now at 27? I am not. And that's okay. It's okay. It's okay to enjoy things from your youth, but it's not for you. And that's okay too. I feel like sometimes, especially like us, like reaction review YouTubers, we were like, this is the worst thing ever. And like, it's a cute movie, dude. I don't know why this little like, this scene is so cute. They're just like, he like, it's so cute. Like, also, we never find out what happened to the mom. We just know that her mom went there, right? We don't know if her mom is dead. We don't know if she, like, left them to, like, have a fully werewolf family. We don't know anything. We really don't know we don't know. So, I assume she's dead because it'll make the story a little bit more wholesome. Their dad, like, their daughter relationship. Obviously, I don't know how to say that because I don't have a dad. Jesus Christ, I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. Before people get confused, I do have a father. He just wasn't in my life. He's not dead or anything. Just so you know. Like, honestly, like I said, this movie is very pretty with, like, establishing shots, the way they set stuff up. Like, I think it's a really pretty movie. I don't know. Like, also, because I watched it first on my, like, TV, and now I'm watching it on my monitor. Like, on the monitor, oh my god, like, the colors just really pop. It's so pretty. Because it is a kids movie that's very much Harry Potter-esque, we have to have a secret entranceway. But here's the thing. Harry Potter was very original when it came out. Nothing in life is original. Also, this is a Nickelodeon movie. Like, were you guys thinking that we were gonna get originality? Is it bad? I really want to cosplay Claudine. She's so fucking cute. When she walks forward, it opens up because I can feel that she's a monster. So she must be monster enough to get in here. You know what I mean? Let's be happy for a girl. The most unrealistic part about this is that, like, she only has a backpack and a duffel bag, and it's like a boarding school. I would assume, as a girl, I would bring so much more. Also, boarding schools look so cool. I know, like, people are like, it's not as fun as they seem. You get to be with your friends. Oh, I mean, if you don't have friends, that would suck. Okay, I get it now. But, like, it's so cool, dude. Like, and then this was the part that I found out that this is a So, I saw on TikTok when, like, I think, like, San Diego Comic-Con, where they were talking about, it's a musical. My brain completely freaking forgot about this, and it is a musical. So, look, she's gonna start singing. And it's, like, an establishing thing, right? Like, oh my god, like... But also, this is a musical, but it's not a musical. That's kind of, like, it's such a half-ass musical, where it's, like, it has musical scenes, but would you call it a full-blown... No, it's really not. I can't explain it. Like, it has musical elements, but even with, like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I feel like they could have cut all the musical parts out, but I feel like they wanted to, like, be able to sell, like, CDs and stuff, which is cool, but I just thought it was really funny. So now she's finally at Monster High. This is Monster High. I'm gonna mute this part because I don't want to get copyrighted, but that's Monster High. Isn't that pretty? Monster High is so pretty. You know, this is finally a place where she, like, belongs, where she can finally be a monster and people aren't gonna say anything. We're also gonna be introduced to our main characters. Basically, our main characters for this movie is only Claudine, Draculaura, and Frankenstein. Also, not to be mean, the dances in this movie, I don't hate them. They're just giving, like, what is it? Dance Mob in 2010 vibes. Like, I know the people who worked on this were not, like, millennials or Gen Z. Like, there's times where I'm just like, if a real Gen Z person really wrote this, I But also, sometimes if you look really closely at some of, like, the background actors, it's not actually that great. Like, the costumes don't look that great, which is... Now, here's where we meet Draculaura. She is so cute. She, like, look at her vibe. It's, like, she does have a few different outfits in this, but, like, oh my god, she's so cute. And, like, oh, I want to cosplay all three of them, let's be honest. But, like, oh my god, icon. She's adorable. And also, you fall in love with her throughout the movie. She's, like, so cute. And that's her dad. Like, look, like, the contacts, the makeup, like, honestly, like I said, the outfits, the makeup for, like, the main girlies, amazing. But look at, like, she's so, like, it's so well done. Like, yes, it's very different from the original monster, and I was disappointed at first. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, I want her to look the way she was when she was a dog. I like this. It's cute. It's different. And, like, you don't reboot something for it to look exactly the same, because people are gonna complain if it was exactly the same. People are gonna complain if it was, you know, like, if it wasn't. So I think taking a different step and trying something new was cool. Also, I definitely need a half pink, half like, black wig. Like, this is converting. Like, I need it so bad. Not trying to be mean. It's just a dance move. Like, they're cute, right? But it's giving very much, like, an era that's very much past. A lot of people were scared about Frankenstein in this because they were gonna use they, them for her role. But I don't, honestly, because she's originally daughter of Frankenstein, right? I don't think it mattered very much. I don't think it really changed anything, to be honest. Just in my humble opinion, for people who are uproar about that. But also, did you just see that? Oh my god, I didn't notice that the first time. Hold on. That lady looks way too old to be in high school. My god. What the, honestly, like I said, the more you look at the background actors, like, makeups and stuff, it looks so bad. So bad. From the dark. Also, when this was previewed at a Comic-Con, people were joking on the dance moves, and, like, that's the one thing I don't disagree with the comments. I'm just like, it is kind of like, oh my god. But it's cute, okay? It's supposed to be cheesy. It's supposed to, like, it's camp. Let's just, if we make it camp, then that's great. We also do get Cleo Denial in this movie. That is her. I think she was on Just Beyond as a witch. And a lot of the girls that are in this movie were in Just Beyond, which is R.L. Stein's new show. It's like it's kind of Goosebumps, but not Goosebumps. You want me to do a video on that? Because I watched it. It's definitely mid. It's sad. Oh my god, I just realized in the corner, I don't know if you can see it on the recording, but, like, right here is the original Monster High logo. That is so cool. So yeah, and that is Laguna. I thought that they were gonna play such a bigger part. I was so excited, right? They don't really play a part in this movie. They're not really main characters. They're like supporting characters, right? Because they have lines, their makeup is mid, like, compared to the main girl, it's not as great. I'm drilling this home that it's not that, like, there's a hierarchy. Like, look at my man's behind me. Look at his makeup. Did they even try? No, they didn't try, which is fine. But I'm nitpicking it. That's why I see this. If a normal person watching this movie will not see that, okay? And, like, for example, her wig looks awful. But yeah, we don't really get much of Laguna or Chloe Denial. Cleo Denial. Did I say Chloe Denial? Cleo Denial. Which is kind of funny because my name is also Cleopatra. If you guys didn't know, my middle name is Cleopatra. So. Represent. And now we're introduced to the boys, which is Deuce, and I forgot who this is, actually. Like, I love how in the background, people are still dancing. Like, they're pausing for, like, talking breaks, and they're just like, pop it, lock it, polka dot it, you know? Like, I'm not making fun of, like, the actual dancers. I'm more poking fun at, like, the direction that the director went in, you know? Like, it's hilarious to me. Another Monster High original teen. But yeah, Deuce is the main character, as you can tell by the expensive CGI, which, yeah, I mean, actually no, because the fire guy. Also, that musical scene goes on for far too long. This is the principal or the head, I don't know what the word for it is, but she's the principal. She's the one that, like, does this, you know, like, for the kids. And then this guy, he's gonna be an important player later. We're gonna get to that. But he is the teacher at Monster High, the only teacher that we see, because you truly only need one teacher in high school. But also, I understand they really didn't want to hire more people. He is very attractive, though. I honestly don't know what he's supposed to be. Also, the horns look like it's not even fully on. Like, it looks like it just, like... Also, guys that look like that with like glasses like that. Oh my god. Ghoulia, which honestly, I thought Ghoulia was really annoying in the cartoon. It's because I've only seen the web series. So if you guys want me to like watch the like movies, let me know because I can totally do that. Let's skip through to the next few scenes that I think are kind of important. The main girlies are all roommates. If that wasn't an obvious thing, it helps them like they're roommates. Okay, they're roommates, which is fine. I just wanted to put that out there just because they're together a lot, and I feel like I don't know. I feel like it's important to so just like let's.
Humans are the greatest threat to monster kind.
I paused it and this her face. Okay, but like obviously we're setting up. There's a little bit of racism in Monster High. People are kind of not. They don't like humans. They talk a lot of shit about humans. They're just unprovoked. Just will talk about humans.
Please tell me he's not gonna sing.
He is gonna sing. This is another musical segment. There's not many in this movie, but
And he's singing.
Half human. Give me a beat.
again, this is giving another era than it is now. Like, who does? Because it's like, we will rock you. Actually, you know what? I haven't been in high school for like a good almost 10 years, so maybe I don't know anything. Maybe kids do this. Maybe this is popular. I just realized this. I didn't like put two and two together the first time I watched this movie. That's Draculaura's dad. Dracula, obviously. Selena Wolf, that is Claudine's mom. And Mr. Hyde. But here's the thing. From Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I assume, so the fun part about this, right? That I assume, because we don't get answers on this because it's a kids movie, you don't have to think that critically. Dracula became very racist, where he's like, see, I had a bad experience with this one half. Fuck this, and never dealing with those type of people again. Versus Claudine's mom became one of those people who like, obviously she married a human. She had a half kid. Like, she was okay with it. She was open. She was, yeah. I'm like, so like we're also seeing like the different like nuances, right? But like I said, they don't spoon feed you in this movie. So like if you want deep details, we're not getting that in this movie. Just so you know. Also, another thing that like really confused me about the Jekyll and Mr. Hyde situation is that like they're technically two different people. They have DID, right? So he could literally just stay a monster if he wanted to. I meant because switching is a power for him. If he can control it, then he can like pick when he switches. Not trying to be mean. Like he could literally just like there are two different personalities, they're two different people. So they were just saying that they like they are like they literally are two different personalities. Like, are we not gonna like process that? Like, I don't know. I feel like this was a really, really like it makes sense, but also didn't make any sense for this movie. But you know what? Like I said, kids movie can't be too civic. But yeah, something bad happens. They expel him, and that's why they don't want humans there anymore. But like I said, one human did one thing wrong, and now all of monsterkind hates humans. That does not seem fair. This seems like they were already racist to begin with, and then there was like, it sounds like confirmation bias to me. Also, like I said, he can literally just stay human. There are two different people. Like, unless I'm remembering the Jekyll and Mr. Hyde thing differently. Everyone has to do a project on a monster, and she decides to do it on Jekyll and Mr. Hyde because he can, like, relate to that, right? Which is really cool, whatever. She keeps getting scared that she's gonna get caught, obviously, because humans are evil. And she's getting really bad anxiety because what if someone finds out? Because phenotype-wise, she doesn't look like a human. So, it's more that if she says her lineage, right? And then this happens. We find out that when she is nervous, she turns into a human being. So that's how she looks if she was, like, fully human, right? Something that, like, confused me about this, right? Is that if whenever she gets anxious or like nervous, she becomes human, then why the fuck? Why? Like legitimately. Then why, when she got caught at the skateboarding park, did she not turn human? Why did she have to run away? Plot hole. I said that word. But plot hole. And this is the thing that she starts to like deal with a lot in the movie. Blah, blah, blah. She's gonna go, because basically, I think I forgot to say this. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, they made a potion. They already finished it, but they like couldn't drink it before they got kicked out of the school, right? But they have like a secret lair somewhere. So she is going to try to find the secret potion to turn into a full monster. Which, like I said, confirmation bias, because that means that they were racist beforehand and they were already, like, didn't really like humans, so, like, the confirmation bias, right? Draculaura also has a secret. Basically, she's been doing witchcraft, which it's a human thing to do, which wasn't really explained. I assume that it's because, like, people, like, if you guys are, like, Santeria and stuff like that, where it's, like, like, what is it, voodoo, things like that, are considered human, like, mystics, right? So that's why I think it's a human thing, but, like, I feel like witches could, like, you know what I mean? Like, witches aren't monsters. That was a little confusing to me, but, like, in this world, they are humans. And, like, the things that they hate the most at Monster High are humans and people who do witchcraft. And so, in that way, Claudine and Draculaura relate to each other because... But here's the thing. That's the funny part. Draculaura could just stop doing magic and she wouldn't belong. So, it's one of those, like, debates that, like, it's technically not equal. You know, like, when people are like, you know, racism, I understand that because I'm ginger, and people treat gingers badly, you know? That is not the same debate. We're not talking about the same thing, girl. We're not. They have, like, a parent-teacher conference type thing, like a dinner, right? That's the day that they think that they find Lair. They find Lair that day, obviously, because it has to be. And so, like, people like Dracula and, like, all these monsters are there. That's going to be important, right? That, like, the adults that used to go to that school, the alums, are there. Absolutely not. We don't go back to it ever again. That's the Lair. They're about to get it. They've tried a lot of things, but they find out you have to use a human hand in order to get in. This may or may not work. Does it work? Is it working? Yeah, it does work, because obviously, we're in the last, like, few minutes of the movie. It has to work. They get into Lair. There's someone lurking around, right? And this is where we find out who the real villain is. I thought, because, like, Cleo's kind of a mean bully, that she was going to be the villain. Absolutely fucking not. Who's the villain? We will see. And so, that is the potion to make you a full monster. And obviously, this is what Claudine was waiting for her whole life. She wanted to expel the human because humans don't like her. But here's the thing. Here's the thing, too, though. But, like, the monsters also don't like her. So, I feel like it's this weird, like, moot point. Like, or more like, because it's kind of like, it's a dumb thing, right? Where they're like, yes, phenotypes matter. If you look more like this thing, that people will acknowledge you more as that thing. But it also kind of negates it because they're also, I don't know. It's race and things like this is so complicated. But, like, if people liked her, but they stopped liking her the moment they found out she's human, that makes no sense. But then racism makes no sense, so. She thinks of, like, right before she's about to take it, she thinks about the fact that her dad is human. She loves her dad. And so, it's kind of disrespectful to not. She realizes it's kind of disrespectful to only want to be monster, because that means it's erasing her dad. Which, that is a biracial struggle. I don't care about my dad, but, like, you know, for some people, it's a biracial struggle, guys. So, you see that? The teacher, he just pops up. Turns out he was the villain all along. He did absolutely nothing in this whole movie except, like, he set up the treasure hunt for this and kind of just let it be. But he's our villain. He is. So, we find out that he is the son of Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. He is half human, half whatever Jekyll and Mr. Hyde is, right? You know what doesn't make sense? Because people don't fucking understand. When you okay, in order to be half, one of your parents have to be fully that, right? So, like, my mom, she's fully Japanese. My dad, fully black. Let's think about this for a second, guys. Let's think about it. Actually, I don't even know if my dad's fully black because he's adopted. But, like, let's think about this, right? Wouldn't that make sense? His dad is half. He would be a quarter. If his mom is fully monster, both his parents would also have to be half for him to be half. So that doesn't make any sense. But also, you're saying that, like, he left the school. He married a monster and still had hate for monster fucking. I mean, fair, right? Whatever. But also, if they're too like them, his parents would have been so self-hating that he wants to become full, like, because like did no self-love. Okay, fine, whatever, right? It's sad. It's so sad. He's at this big grown age. It's sad. It's sad. He doesn't love himself.
Maybe you should go and love yourself.
And also, because he's a monster, like, he is a teacher at Monster High, right? Obviously, they see him as a monster. So all that hate is self-hated because no one else knows he's half human. It's all in his head. All I gotta do is put my mind to this shit. So it doesn't even mean like, it's not even like, it's a mental thing because it's not actually physically affecting him in the real world. It's a non-issue. My question is, he became a teacher at Monster High. Didn't he go to Monster High? Like, there's a lot more questions I have about this that don't get answered. Like I said, not a bad movie. I like the movie. It was cute. It's a kid's movie. But I have a lot of questions that I'm never going to get those answered. Never. Which is fine. Then he turns into that ugly thing. This ugly thing. That is what he turns into. Do you see that? Yeah. Because it makes you your ultimate monster. I don't know what the hell he's supposed to be. Again, I don't even know what Jekyll and Mr. Hyde is supposed to be. Like, I know they don't want to spoon feed us, but can you tell me what this man is? Because I don't know what this man is. Also, he looks so ugly now. He was so cute before. But yeah. Also, it gives them the power to take other people's powers. Fine, cool, whatever. You know what? They get into trouble, the kids have to fight against them. So the teacher still has this kid's powers, the one that can make people into stone, right? Fine, cool. But then looks at a reflection of himself and turns himself into stone. Also, where are the parents? Where are the adults? They're never around in these movies. Never, which is fine. It's a kid's movie. Kids can be powerful without fucking adults. We don't need parents' help. Fuck the adults. Yes, they do defeat him in like 15 minutes. It's so quick. And then the school realizes it's not. They find out that also another way that like they defeat him is she lets her anxiety take over and she switches to her human side, right? Because he can't take her powers if she's human, because humans don't have powers, duh. It's destroyed, the world is good again. Because she destroyed him, they're like, oh, humans aren't that bad. It was also because the school of Monster High itself is a monster. It was doing like weird things and like acting weird, and so like very much like Encanto, right? And so once he's defeated, the school starts being normal. So they're like, maybe it wasn't racism. Maybe our building is not racist. Maybe we had a bad guy in Miss Funny. Yep. And then they're okay with her being human and letting her dad see the school. And that's where the movie ends. Oh, actually, that's not where the movie ends. So someone's obviously watching them, right? It's set up for a Monster High 2. Honestly, if there's a Monster High 2, I will also do a video on Monster High 2. An hour video. Overall, I like this movie. I think this movie is cute. It's fun. It's something you can watch with your kids, especially if, like, let's say between, you know, like, because, like, I don't know, people have kids young, so, like, you could have been, like, a teenager or a kid in 2010, and, like, I think it's something you can watch with your kids, something you can enjoy with each other, things like that. I think it's cute. Would I watch this movie again? Maybe. Honestly, I might watch it again. It's fun. If Monster High 2 comes out, I probably will watch this movie again and enjoy it, right? But does it have its problems? Yes. But also, it's a movie by Nickelodeon. Like, it's a kids movie. So I'm okay with the problems that this movie has. I'm okay with it. I am content with it. I have a lot of questions, and I hope that things weren't, like, sometimes, I think the thing, too, is I would have been upset if everything was spoon-fed to me also. So it's one of those things where I don't think I can win. So, yeah. If you watched this movie, did you guys like it? I actually really liked it. I liked it. Like I said, I can make fun of things and say, like, I like bad movies, right? You can make fun of things and, like, point things out and still like it. Like, it's okay to like things that are bad. Like I feel like everyone's always such a snob. Like, I don't even watch the best of the best. It's okay to watch shitty content. Honestly, sometimes it's more fun to watch the shitty content than the pretentious fun content, okay? And that's okay. And that's my message for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Yeah, you guys are getting a lot of content this week, so buckle up, because, yeah.